Hi, everybody. All right, I'm going to do November forecast now. So let's just see what Spirit has to share, okay? Just waiting for it to register here. It's really interesting. I seem to be standing on a beach and there's a lot of wind and it's really blowing and circulating around me. It's kind of a grayer color, but I don't seem to. I'm not down about the grayness. I'm not down about. I don't feel anything sad. I don't feel empty. I don't feel. But it's very gray here, and the wind is just blowing around, whipping around me, but I don't seem to feel the wind either. So I'm walking. I'm walking forward by choice. The wind still does not touch me. I'm continuing to walk forward. I'm walking forward on the water itself, but it seems to be made out of ice as there's no sensation of a liquid hitting my shoe. But I'm on water, and I'm continuing to walk forward like I'm in a trance state. I still do not feel the wind upon my face. I'm walking towards what is a sun that is hidden by lots of fog. It's very gray here. I'm walking through the fog with confidence. I'm continuing to walk. I don't feel disturbed by the fog. I do not just feel disturbed by the colors that I see. I do not feel disturbed. I do not feel the wind. Although I know the wind is whipping around, I just can't feel it upon my face or my hands or anything of that kind. I'm just continuing to walk towards the light. And the light is real. I can see the sun. It's just foggy, right? And it's just a foggy day. And so the sun is there. I'm just walking towards the sun. I just seem to know to walk in this direction. I'm walking across the water. It doesn't matter. I would not walk around the water, walk around the beach to get to where I'm going. I just walk, I just choose, and then I walk across the water to get there through the fog. I just choose. I just do it by choice. Doesn't matter what the rules are for what you can or cannot do. You just choose to take a pathway and then you go there, even if the pathway is over water itself. I'm continuing to walk, and nothing is jarring my motion forward. There's nothing in the way. It's starting to get the air is starting to get more breathable. The air is starting to clear up some. I'm noticing more of the intricate colors that make up a sky and then sun. I'm making up more of the intricate colors that create water and what is the edge of another beach area. And there's also, it's not so much sandy as it is sort of like grasses and then like a lake, and then you get onto the landing area and there's just grasses and trees and plants growing of that kind, and you just continue to walk. I see that I'm in a park. I am walking onto the grassier area. I'm on the other side now of a lake. I'm walking here. There's now a cement area. There's cars coming in. There's a parking lot. I'm walking past that. I'm walking straight ahead, continuing to walk towards the sun in that way. There's a busy intersection here. It's interesting because the spiritual experience is now being filled with more of the human world experience. I actually have to stop and wait for the cars. Can't just walk out in the middle of the street. I get hit by a car. I can, though, walk on water. There's a difference here between what was a spiritually profound inspiration to walk towards the light, right? No matter what the fog was or that I was walking on water, I could accomplish these things. But now I'm walking into the human world, and the feeling is very much so human and bound to the experience of rules. I really do feel like I have to wait for the traffic light to turn green and, the cars to stop so I could walk across this extremely busy intersection. It turns green, and now I know that I can go. I'm walking across the street. I'm reaching another area where there's grass. I am walking still straight ahead towards the sun. There's still a road that I'm walking next to. There's no park or a sort of natural setting that you could just be, a human being in the middle of a city in a natural park or whatever. I'm just walking next to a busy road, but there's grass here. I'm walking on the grass. There's no sidewalk. I feel like I know exactly where I'm going. I cross the street and I know exactly where I'm going. I'm walking towards another park that I recognize. I'm choosing to do this. I'm choosing to walk into a natural place that draws my attention, that draws my spirit there, that makes me feel healed when I'm there. I know exactly where I'm going. This park is familiar to me. I've been here before. I am choosing to walk through on this nature trail, through this forest area. I am walking off the beaten path. So you have a pathway, everybody walks or rides their bike on it. But you could walk through the woods if you wanted to. And that is what I want to do. Just walk through the woods where I can just be by myself. Where I could just be by myself in nature. Where I could just hear nature and my thoughts and feel energy in that way, healing me, understanding me in the way I feel, the way I truly feel inside. So I'm just walking through here. I feel peaceful because nature gets me. It feels healing here. There's a lot of energy that I feel touching my infinite reflection, my body, my emotions, my thoughts, my every part of my identity, the parts that aren't physical, but we label it physical. Where do our thoughts come from? Our brain, or do they come from an energetic space, an infinite space of energy? Just what we comprehend as our identity is more than what we would label it to be. And so as I'm walking through here and feeling touched by all of this natural creation, all of the sounds and the energy of the trees and the plants, I feel all of my parts of me touched and absorbing this healing. I'm releasing so much out here. As I release, I feel emotion, emotion that is inspiring me to cry even, because my feelings are deep and I have very deep thoughts about things. And the trees understand. I don't have to even speak. They know. Without me saying a single word, they know what it is I feel. It feels good to share all of this. I feel lighter. I feel like I've given a lot of my just so much buildup, so much stress, so many things to think about all the time. There's so many ways to feel, and they're usually not not feeling joy at every moment and every second of the day. It's always a challenge from one day to the next. There's some new challenge. Even when you're having a good day, there's a challenge. And I feel so much lighter. I feel like I just handed over an entire closet full of thoughts and feelings, and now the closet is empty and it's just filled with love. It's filled with creation energy. It's filled with real happiness and joy, and now I can experience that. You get out all of these sort of energy vibrations that are reflections of frustration, anger, exhaustion, disappointment, feelings of failure, whatever it might be. When you get all of those out of the closet, what is left? Now you have an empty closet ready to be filled with love, right? So you enter into a natural place, a natural setting where it is just you and nature then helps you accomplish this without you even having to do so much, but just walk. You just walk, and then it does it all for you. It's the easiest healing experience you could possibly have. You don't have to try. You just feel, and you share your thoughts and feelings naturally. And as you share them, they release from your body. And then from within, this sort of beautiful energy then enters in its place. So you feel more love inside. You feel lighter. So I'm continuing to walk past all of this forest as I enter into this sort of sidewalk pathway that everybody would travel on. I feel like I'm okay to walk on this. I don't need to continue walking through the woods. I'm actually feeling really happy, and I feel like everything is right. I'm still thinking about things, but they're not as heavy of thoughts as they were when I entered the forest. I can think with clarity through them, and I have higher, more positive feelings as I think about these things. I feel alive. It is only I spending time with myself, and yet I feel so alive from this experience. They're saying you are not spending time by yourself. You're spending time with trees and plants, things that grow in harmony and balance. You're spending time with your spiritual friends, angels. What is it that you see as a human being? Do you see spirits? Do you see angels when you walk through the forest? I say don't look for spirits or angels. I just want to be a human being. They say, do you see trees? Do you see plants growing? Do you see these things? Do you see the wind moving plants? Do you feel wind when it is just you? Do you hear these sounds of birds? And I say yes. Understand these things, because my human eyes see this human world, and my third eye sees another world. But sometimes I don't want to see with my third eye all the time. I just want to be human too sometimes. And so I heal that part of my experience. Say you are never alone. It may feel like you are, but you never are alone. That's important for everybody to hear that message. To hear the message that you are never alone. Even when you feel like it is just you walking through the woods by yourself, you are not by yourself ever. Nobody is ever by themselves. They're showing me a soul that chooses to walk away from the infinite oneness, to move into a dark closet and to sit in the corner and cry. That is how a human being feels, but the soul will never walk away, separate from the oneness. It feels the oneness all the time, and it feels balanced and happy and in a state of rejoice all the time, because it understands in an infinite way, where the human mind understands as best as it can, based on its level of growth. And they're saying level of growth as a human being growing up in a human society, but a soul also, soul growth, also human being who has a spiritual awareness, spiritual growth. They're saying many things make up a human being's growth or understanding, awakened awareness. They're talking about. They're showing me human beings feel that they are alone in their own world, in a closet that is dark, and nobody understands, and they're crying. Say, that is how human feels, but the soul always feels the connection. And so it's important that we share messages to help human beings understand the connection, understand that they never are separated. They're always in the oneness, always. Even if they can't quite feel it, experience it, or know it, you have to be aware that this is the truth. So they want me to walk on this pathway and then experience myself surrounded by spiritual beings that I can see. It feels crowded to me. Feels like I don't know how to talk to all of you people. I just know how to talk to one person, which is my mind. They're saying, so this is important. They're showing me that when I say I only know how to talk to one person, myself, they're showing me that myself is the oneness. Myself already is the totality. So when I am speaking in my own mind, I'm speaking to the oneness, to all. And as a human being, I have the inspiration to see spirits as individuals when the spirits are myself. I actually am containing all of the souls in an infinite universe within my own heart. They say I only know how to speak to one person at a time. I speak to myself. I speak to all. I speak to the infinite. Human beings see individuals, right? Human beings don't see the oneness of the totality. They think spirit guides are all separate individual souls, but they too are all contained in the oneness. And we are all part of the oneness in your heart. So you blend all of that into one energy. It is all the souls. That helps me feel even more, I don't know how to describe it. It is just me, and now that I have this understanding that I'm never alone because I have all the souls within my heart, now I truly do not feel alone or overwhelmed by too many people, you know? How do I talk to 10 people at one time? I don't know how to. And so when I blend them together and see that they're all in my heart, now I'm talking to them all at one time. It feels like I understand how to accomplish this better now. And so they're showing me my heart is sort of like a suitcase, and inside the suitcase is packed all of my spirit guides, angels, all of the souls in the infinite universe. Everything is in my heart. They're showing my heart as a suitcase. I carry all the love of an infinite universe in my heart. They say you carry all the love in the infinite universe within your heart. They say, is this a good message for November? Does this give you a good feeling about November? Do you feel like November is going to be a good month? How does it feel when you think about November being a month where you contain all of this love in your suitcase, in your heart? Your heart is a suitcase that carries all of the infinite universe. You're saying that should make November feel like a very good month. That's all I'm going to share for this video. It's just a short one. So thank you for watching. And if you're interested in visiting with me one-on-one, I do share psychic readings and spiritual healing at my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. All right, thank you for watching.